Heute zocken wir Vampyr. Ich habe das Spiel selber noch nicht angezockt. Erstmal heute. Ich glaube, das ist ein bisschen so an The Witcher angelehnt. Das machen wir erstmal.
My mother had a beautiful, soothing voice.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a
I still hear voices in my head.
What will London have to say to me?
Machen wir alles mal ein bisschen runter. Story-Modus. Schwierigkeitsgrad des Spiels. Ich hoffe, man hört jetzt die Musik leicht im Hintergrund.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is war but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Das bin jetzt ich, Leute. Ich bin anscheinend ein Vampir. Da hinten ist jemand. Ein Mensch. Komm her.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Schönen guten Tag. Ist das die Mutter, die Frau? Aber er muss sie ja jetzt... Oh. Das war ihr Bruder, also das ist die Schwester.
No. Mary. Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No. No.
Junge, was hat er für eine Nase?
This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain.
Schade deren Verhalten.
These patrols are after me. No, no, don't shoot. This is a nightmare.
Wo muss ich hin?
I need to get out of here.
Ganz lustig.
This can't be happening.
Junge, es ist dunkel.
No, please, stop. I mean you no harm.
Einfach schade.
What's going on? Oh,
Rapport.
Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled? Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Tricky bastards. Shit, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Kann ich hier drüber? Ich glaube, ich muss da wieder hoch. Wie mache ich das? Hä? Hä? Tschüss. Ich muss doch zu 100% hier hoch irgendwo. Ach, Junge, sag das doch gleich, Alter.
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! That's a light fire! Sorry. It's an leech! No, please, stop! Who are you?
There's one of them vermin.
can't. What is wrong with you?
Du spielst gar nicht so trash, ey. Ey, yo, chill
I mean
daneben.
no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's... That'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Du bist doch ein Vampir, Junge. Wenn du noch nie was von Vampiren gehört hast,
I
dann...
need to find somewhere to hide. Over there, right now. Let me go.
Arsch.
I need to find shelter.
Ist ja auch schuld.
Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Ist ja echt so wie Skyrim, so wie Deutsch. Ach du Scheiße.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
Was gibt's hier denn alles so Schönes? Warte mal, Leute. Helligkeit, ja, das muss... So. Sehen wir jetzt auch mehr.
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Das ist ein Versprechen, du. Oh, aha. Boah. Schillinge. Ein neues Sammelobjekt. Ich würde sagen, wir rennen mal nach oben. Vielleicht gibt es ja da irgendwas. Also bis jetzt macht das Spiel mir einen sehr recht guten Eindruck. Junge, du bist ein Vampir, du siehst dein eigenes Spiegelbild nicht.
Who goes there?
Ist das nächste, wenn man von einem Vampir gebissen wird, wird man auch zum Vampir?
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Er wurde gebissen, jetzt ist er ein Vampir, Lül.
I
still have so much left that needs doing.
Das kann gut möglich sein. Oh, Schillinge hier wieder, ne? Schmeckt. Ja, wer bist du denn? Ach, ist es nicht der... Ist das nicht der Typ, der mich abgezogen hat? Oh oh. Knarre. Schmeckt. Junge, jetzt seid ihr alle weg, Alter.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No. There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Hat er Vision, wie das denn, was er machen wird, oder wie?
No, it never got easy.
Gibt's hier irgendwas? Kann ich da pennen? Ja, geil.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all.
Doch, hat einen Sinn. Das ist ein Vampir. Das ist der Sinn.
It's a nightmare. That's it.
Nein, ist kein Albtraum. Das ist die Welt. Das ist die Realität, du Armer. Armer Schlucker.
So be it.
Nein. Denk gar nicht daran. Denk nicht daran. Ich hab gesagt, denk nicht daran.
Rational thinking only.
Ich muss sie schießen. Bruh. Tja, kannst du ja wohl doch nicht sterben, ne? So. Freundchen jetzt hier, ne? Freundchen der Nacht. Ja, was?
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Alles ist real. Ah ja. Tschüss, Junge. So, das soll ich machen. Jetzt kann ich aber das dann machen, ne? Ja. 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 Geil. Jojo. Ja, bestätige. Jalla, Abfahrt jetzt. Kann ich die Leute jetzt so wegkratzen? So zack, 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 zack. Ich brauche jetzt meine Machete nicht mehr. Jetzt kann ich so... Rasiere ich alle meine Aquan.
That voice in my head.
Quarantäne.
I'm not mad then. It must belong to the one who
Quarantäne.
made me. What I am. I must find him to
Ich war schon lange
understand
genug in der Quarantäne.
what I have become.
Ich will nicht nochmal in der Quarantäne sein. Hier ist ihn noch.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Das sind irgendwelche Leute.
Here's the leech. Here!
Tschüss, ja. Tschüss.
My head's spinning. It's locked.
Ich glaube, ich muss sie...
I cannot enter. I'm still in Southwark.
Over there!
I must reach the West End. There's a strength I never knew I had.
See them fancy clothes? It's out to toss!
Ja, ich liebe Blut.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being
Ach
is a
ja,
fire.
jetzt kann ich das also machen.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Ist das ein Boss oder was jetzt?
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. I cannot enter.
Oh, Schilling. Wenn jetzt die Tür hier offen ist, ne?
It's locked.
Ganz lustige Menschen hier wieder. Hätten sie aber auch früher sagen können, ne?
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Was ist das da? Was war das? Was konnte ich da gerade?
I have
Chill. Die arme Ratte.
for blood.
Ja, chill mal
What
dein
will
Leben,
London
Alter.
have to say to me? It's locked, all right. I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is... Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
Ach nö, ich wollte nicht schlafen, Mensch. So, oh. Bis bestätigen so. Leimhausdock. Sinne? Ja, oh, ich betreibe meine Sinne. Ich betreibe meine Sinne. Sinne.
At last, a little life.
Es geht.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Ich spreche mit dem Typen hier, der ist nicht besoffen. Mensch, 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 ey.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
Was lädt er denn jetzt
Sir,
so lange?
you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
This is no place for you. Freuen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Do you, sir? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word with anyone.
Schon, jetzt soll man sein Leben chillen.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
Oh, ein
The
Zuschauer,
calling
was geht?
card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I'll end him.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Der Typ hat was gesehen.
Evening, sir.
100%ig. Was
Can I
geht?
help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it.
Corona.
Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. My God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Ganz witzig, Alter.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue.
Welche
What's
Boote
been
jetzt, ja?
done to me, to this
Ja,
city.
dieses Boot. Ich würde jetzt mal behaupten, ja. Da ist keiner, da ist auch niemand. Ah, da. Ah, ja.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note.
Mashallah.
Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Ach, Lül. Ach. Schnatze.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
I'm cold. There's nothing here. Let's head back to a warm fire.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. You ever know McCullum to be wrong about anything?
Right. No time I can remember. But I've only been part of the guard 3 weeks to the day.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy.
It ain't human! Kill it!
Was willst du jetzt eigentlich?
Watch it!
Was willst du? Meine Güte.
Look lively! It's on to us! Over there!
Ist ja aber schuld, Alter. Junge, wie schießt mich da ab? Selber schuld. Schlimm. Hui. Ja, ja. Bevor ich die Leiche da untersuche, setzen wir uns mal kurz aufs Bett. Ne? Ich hab Biss. Hä? Freigeschaltet. Ja. Nein, bestätigen. Die folgende Nacht. Ja, ja, ja. Schnauze jetzt. Mach jetzt hier Abfahrt. So. So, wer bist du? Okay. Ist nix. Da ist noch eine Truhe. Die öffne ich gerne. Fuck. Jetzt muss ich also wieder raus. Okay. Oh, Junge. Gib mir das Blut, Junge. Junge, gib mal her, ja.
This is despicable. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Ich glaube, das ist der Typ. Weil der sagt, dass er schon genug getrunken hat.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
William.
This creature is bedeviled.
I can't feel it.
I must put it down.
Tschüss, ja. Chill mal. Chill. Gesagt, du sollst chillen, Junge. Ich hab gesagt, du sollst chillen, Junge, hab ich dir gesagt. Ich hab gesagt, du sollst chillen, Alter. Geschafft? Ja. Überprüfe das Opfer. Ja, ganz lustig. Ja, dann lass mich das doch jetzt überprüfen.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well. Another lost soul. A kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat, and we can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Ist so.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of
Jetzt geh
vampire?
auf das Boot, ja moin, Messer.
I must
Lass
find a
mich doch mal
place to
drauf.
analyze the blood.
Ja, Mann, Trophäe erhalten. Schmeckt.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing
Junge,
is
der
that
war
he's
ein
been...
komischer, vergammelter
Duly
Vampir,
noted.
Alter.
And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that
Moin,
scowl.
Meister.
You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a
Man sieht
plague.
keine
This is where
Smiles,
you
ne?
work, Dr. Swansea.
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions.
But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed, marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our shift is in sync. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Ja, schüttel mir halt noch öfter die Hand, arme Nackwim. Komm schon, Bastard, das kannst du besser. Kann ich da? Darf ich da lang?
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
Ja, Junge, ich muss da hoch, Alter.
I cannot enter.
Kann ich hier irgendwie rein? Nö.
It's my turn.
Ist gut mit euch?
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
Kann ich das trinken?
Bastard gave me a good poke. Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Diese Spur lügen.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fuck me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
It's locked.
Sind die da jetzt weg? Kann ich da jetzt hoch? Ach.
Come on, I don't have... Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Warum hast du so viel Blut?
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Erste Treppe links. Wahrscheinlich hier lang.
This must be the place.
Sure.
It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Stufe 5. Nicht genug, ne? Scheiße. Scheiße, Drag. Das können wir aber upgraden. Mehr Gesundheit schadet halt auch nie, ne? Nicht genug. Nein. Auch immer dieses Bestätigen, ey. So, Jalla Abfahrt jetzt. Die folgende Nacht. Dum, dum, dum.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
In the folgende Nacht.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. What about my thirst for blood?
Zack, schmeckt. Plus 20%. Nee. Wie es mich kein Stückchen interessiert, aber Monaco.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Mashallah. So, jetzt guck nach vorne und mach Run. Du. Hier.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Mashallah, das ist gruselig, aber. Junge. Was ist denn hier los?
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. Ja, was ist denn mit dir falsch?
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Der hat ein bisschen Muni. Was ist das denn? Schrotpatrone, ah ja. Gut zu wissen. Hey, Kumpelischkas.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Was willst du jetzt? Meine Güte, ey. Echt unhöflich.
Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Ach du Heilige, habe ich mich gerade erschrocken, Alter. Ach nee! Wen haben wir denn? Doch gar nicht. Wozu eigentlich? Moin, Zuschauer, was geht? Was wollen die eigentlich? Ja, ganz ehrlich. So. Ja, rasiere ich auch mal nachkommen. Ach! Ey, ich komm. Junge. Ich verpisse. Kannst du nicht. Brauch gar nicht ankommen. Ja, komm. Wo seid ihr? Komm, fetzen, Junge. Wer will sich? Du willst dich fetzen? John Doe, Junge, was bist du denn für eine? Chill mal dein Leben. Hey, chill mal dein Leben, ja? Ich hab gesagt, du sollst dein Leben chillen.
These skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
So, wer will sich jetzt hier wieder... Wer will sich hier wieder fetzen, Junge? Meine Güte, ey. Vielleicht kommt ein Jumpscare oder so. Ach du Scheiße. Warum sind die Tür wieder zugegangen? Warum gar nicht ankommen? Wo geht's noch rum? Hallo? Ach, Junge, was willst du jetzt schon wieder? Meine Güte, ey. Ich hab dich doch gerade gesehen, du. Brauchst dich gar nicht Junge, ich hab gesagt, du brauchst dich gar nicht verstecken jetzt. Unmöglich, ey. Da muss ich raus, ne? Hä? Wo muss ich denn jetzt hier raus, du? Mensch, Mensch, Mensch. Komme ich hier gar nicht mehr raus jetzt. Ah doch, ja, hier. Einfach mal kurz davor stehen und dann durchteleportieren, ne? Ja, ja, Schlinge.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Jetzt hier bin ich wieder Flash. Kann ich mich nicht einfach teleportieren? Aha. Aha. Ramsch. Also. Was geht ab, Plan? Krasser Typ ist wieder hier am Start, Alter. Dann gehen wir mal. Gehen wir morgen nach Öbel. Nee, also das geht ja gar nicht. Muss ich hier lang? Genau. Boah, Junge, bin ich schlau, ey. Jetzt muss ich wieder in mein Büro rein. Und jetzt hier hin, ne? Ja. Ja. Das muss ich jetzt machen. Herstellen. Hä? Hab ich doch. Scheiße. Ey, Junge, willst du mich jetzt verarschen? Verkackt, Alter.
It's locked.
Ich gehe jetzt nicht nochmal rein. Wow, kleines Fläschchen, Junge. Ich brauche kein kleines Fläschchen. Soll ich da jetzt echt wieder reingehen? Gar keinen Bock. Nein, scheiße. Es geht. Das sind Zuschauer. Muss ich hier lang? Hier wieder durch die Kurven driften. Junge, wie ich drifte. Schafkurve. So, wo muss ich jetzt nochmal lang? Ach, Mann, ey. Wenn das jetzt nicht ist, ne? Und dann gibt's Stress, Alter. Jetzt muss ich da wieder rein. Da sind so... Gar keine Lust, ey. Wenn das da jetzt nicht mehr ist, ne? Dann gibt's Stress, Alter. Und wenn, dann kann ich, glaube ich, ein bisschen EP fahren. Ein paar Viecher fetzen. So, wer will sich fetzen? Kann ich jetzt schon mein Messer ziehen. Dieses Haus hier ist so creepy, Alter. Nö, hier ist nichts. Ja, Digga, ich hab verkackt. Fuck. Mann, Fenja. Okay. Das war ein Ausgang. Oh. Ja, trotzdem, es ist... Ich hab verkackt, Alter. Da.
It's locked. It's locked. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Ich nehme jetzt davon mal ein bisschen. Ja, danke. Oh, Junge.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Hoffentlich passt das jetzt, was ich mir da jetzt gerade gegönnt habe. Die schmeckt mir besser. Ja. Hätten wir jetzt mal noch mal ganz Glück, ey.
I cannot enter.
Ja, warum kannst du das nicht entern? Es wird zugeschlossen, ne? Es wird zugeschlossen, ne?
It's
Hallo.
locked.
Oder ist das in der einen Etage unter mir? Also das geht ja gar nicht jetzt hier, ne? Maschallah, ich glaube, ich könnte den noch aussaugen. Aber so welche sind wir jetzt auch wieder nicht, ne? So ehrenlos. Mein Messer. Was geht ab, Mann?
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Ja, tschüss. Achso, oh ja. Ne? Verräter im Krankenhaus? Was soll denn das hier jetzt heißen? Meint er mich? Hoffentlich meint er nicht mich. Hier? Nein. Hä? Hä? Achso, hier. Dr. Swansea.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Mein Messer.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Thank you. But I'd rather you didn't speak so lightly about my condition. There is nothing I find amusing about this situation.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Ich bin wieder da. Jetzt soll ich mit der Gönnerin vom Krankenhaus sprechen. Achso. Gönnt die? Ah, die gönnt. Soll ich in die Richtung laufen? Ja. Achso, die ist da unten. Ja, Junge. Kann man auch sofort sagen, ne? Noch schade. Das Verhalten ist noch schade als von Janis, das Verhalten, ey. Jetzt muss ich jetzt sogar noch draußen, Junge. Mit 200 km/h dann durchsprinten. Nö. Gönnst du schön?
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Another night with the glorious Miss
Harriet. Mann. So viel laufen.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
The pain.
Nie mój masa.
What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here. You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof,
I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
I wonder what your last thought
Hä? Bin ich gerade dumm? Egal, dann gehe ich jetzt erstmal zu der.
I met him in New York.
If only there were more of us.
What must I do? What must I do?
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Ah ja.
When you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Ja, du, also. Junge, Junge, Junge. Boah, immer diese Cutscenes. Mann.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
Der Typ hat doch gerade gesagt, dass er nicht atmen kann.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Irgendwie muss ich dorthin gelangen. Tschüss, ja, der ist ja schon viel höher aus Level als ich. Ach, du willst noch den Himmel sehen. Das kannst du mir, das kann ich dir versichern.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Tschüss, ja. Was bist du?
What sort of creature is this?
Jo, chill dein Leben. Chill dein Life, Digga. Schmutzvieh.
Here's what's...
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
I can't breathe.
Hallo, alles gut? Das ist offen, ne?
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Er will raus, geht dann aber nicht raus, Junge. Was ist mit dir? Komischer Typ, ey. Ach, üff, die Scheiße. Jetzt muss ich jetzt erstmal... Schlimm, ey, schlimm, ey. Kurz wieder mit 200 km/h hier lang sprinten. Du bist ein Monster. Ach Mann. Mann, oh Mann. Was geht hier ab, ey? Was wollt ihr jetzt? Auch wenn ihr stärker seid als ich nehme euch trotzdem alle hops. Ey, yo, chill. Chill. Dein Leben. Junge. Ai. Puh, ja, haben wir das an der Stelle doch noch geschafft. Ai. Aber Leute, ich will das fürs Erste heute hier stehen lassen und wir sehen uns im nächsten Stream. Ciao, Leute.